Alright, there you go. So it's Kyle here. Part 2 of my Q&A. Next set of questions come from xxluvables. Your first question is, what are my thoughts on K-pop being screened before it's released on YouTube? I'm going to answer this because the second question kind of ties in with the first. And then number 2, do I think it's going to hinder YG's artists' freedom of expression because they're known to be the unconventional ones in K-pop? Or do I think they will actually edit their material and confirm to children safe material? Okay. For the first question, I think the whole thing is stupid, being screened. To me, K-pop is nowhere near, not even like 15% of like having like the kind of junk that we have here now in the U.S. in terms of music videos. So I think it's stupid. It makes no sense. I'm going to answer that question more into detail because another person sent in a question kind of similar to the first one. But as for the second question, I think it's 50-50 with YG. YG are kind of pretty much, you can say, really the rebels in K-pop, where they kind of go outside the box. And some of their stuff has been, to me, I don't find it controversial, but netizens in Korea, they kind of find to nitpick with, and they'll have certain songs banned and videos to be banned and not played on Mnet and all that other junk. So I think it's 50-50. I think YG Entertainment they may, to avoid any type of confrontation or bad publicity, they may conform a little bit and try to compromise. However, too, YG has also been known to pretty much take a stand and fight for a lot of, I guess you can say, BS that they've been given. They've always stood up against whatever they believe is right and what they believe in and fight for. So I think they may compromise to a certain degree, but not totally and completely as, say, like some other companies like the DSP Media or SM or some other companies may do. I believe YG will fight the system. So I think it'll go 50-50 both ways, really. And then the last set of questions come from Ms. Michelle 103. You've been asking me this since last week, the entire week. I'm finally answering it now. You wanted me to talk about the Korea Media Branding Board screening and blocking videos, which is pretty much the same thing that xxluvables has asked before. And you said on the internet blocking videos on the internet to protect the youth, and it started on August 18th, 2012. Okay. The Korea Branding Media Board or whatever have passed a bill pretty much to block videos on the World Wide Web, or before the videos are uploaded online, that they screen the material first, and if they deem it inappropriate, then they will put a parental guidance block on the video. And this bill was passed on August 18th, a few days ago. Personally, I think it's stupid. Like I answered with xxluvables questions, it's nowhere near. Korea's music videos are nowhere near as terrible as the ones they have here in the States. The only harm I could see it being in is some of the companies, they may have to compromise with material and change their music videos, because a lot of stuff that they show in their music videos, I don't consider to be deemed inappropriate for young audiences. That's one of the things I think where Korea and the netizens are just like too picky about. I'm not saying they have to change their system to conform to American standards. I don't agree with that at all, because American standards are horrible. But the stuff that they nitpick at, it's not necessarily worth nitpicking over at all. So I think the whole thing is stupid. So I could see it kind of hurting some companies that may have to change and conform at a music video or a certain dance choreography, lyrics to a song that might not mean one thing, but companies like the Korean Media Ranking Board would take it as 10 other things, which is like completely left field and out of the park, which is like that wasn't our original intent for the song anyway, but you guys just took it and made it seem like it was something else. The only thing as far as like a fan's perspective, people who enjoy K-pop, I think it's only going to affect the younger kids from that 12 to 15 age bracket that they try to protect, and younger than 12. Because the bill that they've passed, I think only applies to YouTube in Korea, because although YouTube is a global international entity, networking website, it differs from various from different countries and states. So like in all of the 50 of the United States of America, YouTube is not as constricted as, say, like it may be in Korea, where Korea may consider, say, flashback to be inappropriate from after school to be inappropriate, so they'll put a block on the YouTube web pages in South Korea, but over here in America it'll be deemed okay and just fine. So I think, and then too, I don't think it would have any effect with people over here in the States, because Korea is its own country, it has its own government, and that's pretty much saying like the bill that they pass is going to apply to everyone in the U.S., everyone in Germany, the U.K., and just every other that I don't think that's in China and Japan. That's not going to happen, because those are all different countries and states and have their own different laws and standards and like I said, just government laws. So I think that whole thing is only going to just affect Korea solely, but I don't think that's not going to overflow anything over here, anything outside Korea. I don't think. So I think unless you're like unless you're younger than 12, from like say like 5 to 15, and you watch a video in Korea that they may seem deemed inappropriate, then it'll be blocked. But I think anyone who's over that hump of 16, that 17 to 25 age bracket and older, it'll be completely fine for us. I don't think we'll be affected by it, because in YouTube, when you put your date of birth, if you're under the age of 18, if there's a video that has a parental guidance restriction on it, then it'll be blocked. You won't be able to see the video. But if you're over the age of 18, you don't have that that blockage. Unless, you could lie too about your date of birth. They don't really. You could be 10 for all they know, and you could say you're 35 when you sign up for an account. So that's one way around the system you can beat it. But other than that, I don't think it's really a big, huge, necessary deal for people who are over that 17 age bracket. I think it only affects the K-pop fans who are 17 and under and want to watch the video but can't. There's always Daily Motion that you can go to, because Daily Motion, I'm pretty sure it probably posts K-pop videos on Daily Motion, because Daily Motion, they don't block vids like YouTube. So if it does come to that and you're underage where you can't watch videos, Korean videos, if they block it on YouTube, go to Daily Motion. That's fine. They don't block videos there. So, this is it for my Q&A. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope I answered all your questions to the best of my ability. Comment, subscribe. Peace.